Welcome to another episode of the Coffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum, TIF, and our tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Series is Stree Shakti. Theme is From Media to Multilingual Mastery. We are at AWFIS co-working space, and we have with us Shobhana Nair Jaisinghani, co-founder of Gurshabad, a multilingual content company with proficiency in over 40 languages. She has over rich media career where she interviewed Bollywood's biggest stars to creating content that skyrockets client conversions by 5x and profits by 10x. Shobna has revolutionized how businesses communicate with non-English speaking markets. Join us as we dive deep into an incredible journey, the challenges of multilingual SEO, and the importance of localization in today's digital age. So welcome Shobna to today's Coffee Conversation episode.
Thank you so much, Amir, for inviting me to this show, and it's definitely an honor. I have seen multiple episodes, and it's definitely inspiring to be here. Thank you.
Okay. Let me explain you the format. You must be aware of the two, but there is another surprise round that is a rapid fire round.
Oh, okay.
So you have to be witty, funny, quickly, and you get to win this ebook authored.
This was a surprise.
Yeah. So friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, legal tech evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books, and host at Coffee Conversation Show. So my first question for your professional journey round: how did you transition from a career in media production to co-founding Gurshabad, a multilingual content and localization company, and how has the journey been? And what does Gurshabad mean?
So I'll take the second part first because a lot of people ask me what does Gurshabad mean, because the name definitely creates curiosity. It's a word from Sikhism. When you break it up, it is Guru's Shabad. And so my co-founder, who's also my husband, is a follower of Sikhism, and we thought it was actually completely his idea to name it Gurshabad, because the services that we provide are all about words and languages, and that's why we're highly influenced by the word Gurshabad, and it has definitely created a lot of curiosity and has done well. The first part is that how did I transition? So when I was in media, I came across a lot of different kinds of content, and I always this was in 2016, and coincidentally, you will be amazed to know that today, the day that we are shooting, which is 16th November 2024, we complete 8 years of existence on paper. So this is actually our official completion of 8 years. And 8 years ago, when we started the company, I was in the media field where we were realizing that there is so much requirement of dubbing and subtitling, because the content was just booming in the OTT industry. And that's how, we decided and we transitioned into the multilingual space.
Wow, that's inspiring. So Shobna, what inspired your interest in languages and communication beyond your professional reasons?
So before I got into this space, I was already speaking 5 languages, and I could read some of them. And now I think my count is around 6 to 7. And because of that, I was always, interested in the language space, and I like to speak in a language, in the same language as the person I am in front of. I feel that connects with that person, and it clicks. And that's how my love for languages was always there. And the testimony is that I like to converse in a language that you would be maybe the common language that we'll have. So yes, right now my count is 7 Indian languages, and I'm quite proud about that fact.
That's interesting. So Shobna, can you walk us through the process of how Gurshabad empowers its clients to achieve a 5x conversion rate and 10x profit growth?
So what is Gurshabad into? Simple localization services, which means that we help you communicate your message to your target audience and amplify the message so that you increase your customer base. And by doing that, I'll give an example of a baby brand. We are working since 6 to 7 months now, where we are doing dubbing for them. And the content is around prenatal, postnatal, pregnancy care, baby care. The content is created in English. However, the client has approached us and we are dubbing it in multiple Indian languages, which has helped them in increasing their consumer base, which is mothers, because they're talking to a language which the mothers understand. And that's why the brand is resonating with those mothers. And this is how, the conversion is happening.
Wow. Okay. As someone now, Gurshabad is working in 40 languages. So, what are the some unique challenges you have faced in multilingual SEO content creation?
The basic channel challenge right now, which we face, is the clients come up and say that, what, Shobhana, this is Google Translate. I mean, this is very easy for any client to come up and just say that this is Google Translate. But I would like to tell everybody out there that this is not Google Translate. There is a human translator who's actually putting in efforts and understanding three main points, which is sentiment, sensitivity, and the end usage. Where is that content getting, finally put out? So there is a human translator. You cannot just come up and compare with Google and say that, this is matching up and you have just put it up from Google. That is the biggest challenge that I feel a lot of translation agencies are facing. Second challenge, what's happening here is translate a lot of clients to cut cost are coming to us with content from Google, and they are saying please proofread it because it is half the cost. So it does not work like that, because when we actually see the content, it is not even even a 50% of what it should be. So we have to reject that type of quality work, and that means simple one line that quality comes at a price.
Very true, very true. Now, could you share an example, Shobhana, of a successful project where Gurshabad helped a client break into a challenging foreign market?
So there is a real estate brand based in Dubai. We've been working with them since COVID, and you obviously everybody is aware that how COVID was difficult, and
Yeah.
the real
Yeah.
estate space was definitely difficult at that time. However, they wanted to talk to their customers in a language which is Dubai based, Arabic spoken in Dubai, and they had connected with us during COVID, and we are working with them even now, where we are translating their content, and this has helped them convert the business and increase the consumer base. So a real estate consultant expanding in Dubai, talking to the consumers in Arabic, which is understandable by the people in Dubai. I think that's a biggest success story that we have. One more I would like to add here is a London based NGO who's working in the cotton industry. It's a non-profit organization who wanted to speak to the farmers across the world and explain the best practices in the farming industry. And they had connected with us for interpretation services to speak to the farmers in Indian languages. And that's another success story, because we are trying to support the farming industry through our services.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. So now, how do you manage the balance between high quality content and cost efficiency for your clients at Gurshabad?
So like I just said, quality comes at a price. So
Yes.
everybody has to agree that if you want quality, you have to pay a premium price. For our one-time consumers, definitely it is slightly premium, but we are cost effective at the same time, because we are providing native translators here. However, for our regular consumers, or our regular clients who are giving us regular volume work, it is very cost effective, because we give them a discounted pricing, understanding the entire project scope, and then that becomes cost effective for them.
Very good. Okay. Working with translators in your team, what kind of brief do you give, and how do you what system do you have for proofreading, checking if the content has been done to the mark and it will match for the SEO?
So the first basics is that, the first rule is that the translation is done by natives. There is no compromise on that. So the first level is done by native translator. There's a second level of proofreading which is done by a native translator, and there is, even before all of this translation happens, there's a proper brief which comes from the client in understanding that where exactly this content is going to be placed, because there is a saying in Hindi which is कोस कोस में बदले पानी और साथ में वानी, which means that after every miles the language changes because the dialect is changing. Not only in India, I think it is a thing across the world, and that's where we ensure the translator understands the dialect requirement also along with the language requirement.
Wow. How's experience been working with Indian translators and foreign translators?
That is not very, it's not difficult. I would say that it's a different experience, because Indian translators sometimes have a little, if you are working on a regular basis, then they are very professional. However, sometimes if you're just trying out new translators, then you have to be ready for some unexpected surprises, like there is a internet down, or barish ho rahi hai, storm ho gaya, something, or some crazy excuses come up. Foreign translators, they are very professional, and if they have committed, they deliver. I think it's a mix of both. I would not put Indian translators down. We've had very good experiences with Indian translators. At the same time, we've had, it's a mix, so it's, I think, person to person rather than the nationality. That's what I feel.
Wow. Okay. Can you share your most significant learning experience while working with digital marketing agencies to improve their localization strategies?
So, when we started working with digital marketing agencies, we realized that only translation is not helping them, because there's a lot of back and forth which happens. And hence, we started also with DTP, which is typesetting, which gives them end-to-end solutions. And with that, we cut down the back and forth which happens, which means font issues and the content getting just translated in a different language. Because of our in-house team, which is translation plus DTP, we ensure that it is delivered in a format which is readable and then ready to release.
Wow. Okay. Shobhana, how do you stay updated on the ever evolving trends and technologies in multilingual content and SEO strategies?
So the first thing is that we are a part of a lot of associations, which is, we are also, you and me are also part of a common group. But having said that, associations which are working for the translation industry, for localization industry, so formed by the government, formed by fellow translation agencies, which help us keep updated and tell us about the latest trends and technologies which are coming up. Also, we sign up to a lot of workshops, and we attend a lot of foreign workshops which are held by foreign bodies and different agencies, for us to understand that what's happening globally also in this space.
Wow. Okay, Shobhana, how does being part of networking forums like BNI, IBG, you are part of IBG, as you said, we are part of common forums. That is why we connected, and now you are being featured as a guest speaker on the Koffee Conversation Show, which has over 250 plus speakers from different subjects. We have got 7 series. Helps in your translation work.
Networking always helps. Amir, you would agree that being a part of such associations and such prestigious associations are always helpful, because you come across inspiring entrepreneurs, you meet different people, you come out, you come across different ideas, which then give you, ideas to implement in your agency or in your business. So I think the names that you mentioned, BNI, IBG, are always, they are pushing you, and they are really helping you achieve your targets. So I think it's a good decision to be a part of such associations.
Wow. So Shobhana, how's experience been working with government agencies for their translation work?
Government agencies, it's a different experience, and um, they I think they also understand that quality comes at a price, and we've not had any experience where they're asking for just discounts or cutting corners or payment issues. So it's so far good.
Wow. So now, what are your future plans for Gurshabad in terms of growth, innovation, and expanding service portfolio?
So as of now, services we have 9, which I think are quite a lot to handle as of now.
So can
So
you explain your 9 things which will help viewers out there to connect with you later?
definitely. So the 9 services which are there, all under the umbrella of localization. The first one is translation, which means translating any document or any text that you have on a website, on a brochure, on a pamphlet, anywhere. Which means any Indian and foreign language translation. Second service is transcription, where is audio to text conversion, again in any Indian and foreign languages. Next is subtitling, the text which appears on the video, which is hugely in demand these days, because people are consuming so much foreign content and they want to know the different cultures across the world. So that's where subtitling and dubbing come into the picture. So the text which appears on the screen is called subtitle. So we are into that, again in Indian and foreign languages. Dubbing, which is there always, the content, the different languages, whether it's for an ad film or for series or for movies, we are doing dubbing in a lot of different kinds of content. Apart from that, we are also into language training. Anybody wants to learn any language, whether it's Indian or foreign language, for any reason, personal or professional, we have a team of language trainers who can help you learn the language. Dialect coaching is another service where we provide coaches on the sets to train the actors to get a particular accent. So for example, we will have maybe a South Indian actor portraying a Haryanvi character. So that accent needs to be, coached. So there's where we will be. That's where we come into the picture, where we provide a Haryanvi coach. We also have audio production, which includes all kinds of jingles and music composition for ad films. And last two services, which are interpretation, where we provide human translators for online and offline interpretation services for any kind of events or meetings, again in Indian and foreign language. And the last but not the least is content writing, where we provide writers who can write on any topic across domains and industries. This is definitely SEO friendly and will help you get your content on top when anybody is searching for your service. So these were our 9 services. The innovation is like we are always like updating ourselves, being a part of the industry, and so we are trying to uh, see how we can utilize AI and a lot of softwares which are there, which will help us deliver the content in a faster way.
Wow, beautiful. Okay. Now, that was beautifully explained about the services, your future plans, everything. Now, let's go to the next round, the personal round, and understand Shobhana as a person. Tell us about your family and your formative years.
So, as my name is very obvious, I am from Kerala, but born and brought up in Mumbai. So, my father had come to Mumbai for work, and then that's how we have settled here. Post that, he got married, and my mom is from a Tamil background, so she's a Tamilian. So we've had an influence of Malayalam plus Tamil in the house while I was growing up, but I personally get connected more to Maharashtrian culture and Marathi language and movies, because for obvious reasons I am born and brought up here. And so having said that, these are the three languages I've got introduced in my initial years of growing up. I have a younger brother who's also into media space. He is working with a renowned filmmaker. He's in their production team. So this is my premarital family life, and post that now I am also married to the co-founder of our agency, Gurshabad, and he is a very supportive, husband. But I think you talked about formative, right? So should I stop here? Oh,
Continue.
okay, because these are the later years of my life where now my current family is my husband, who's the co-founder also of Gurshabad. I am blessed with two beautiful kids. And the most important person in my life is my mother in law. Because of her, I am able to do all the kinds of work that I have to do, whether it's professional, personal, or even social. She's always there to be, supportive and taking care of the children when I am out. So these are very crucial people in my life before and after my marriage.
Wow. So tell us, how did you meet Anuj?
So this was so many years ago when I was in college. I was also doing a part-time kind of a job in a call center where he was also working, and that's how we met. However, nothing happened at that time. It was after many, many, many years we realized that okay, we are the ones for each other, and that's when we thought, yeah, maybe we should think in those lines of commitment, dating, marriage, and all that. And that was around 9 to 10 years ago. We started thinking. Yes, so that's how I met him at a call center.
Wow. Okay. Who has been your biggest supporter from your family?
I think three key people will be my mother when I was growing up, because she has never like given me like she's not like the word would be clipped my wings kind of a thing. She was always supportive, and that's how I got into media. I never had any issues of convincing them or whatever. So it was she's always been a biggest supporter in my growing years. And right now it's my husband, who is also my best friend, and definitely my mother-in-law. She's the biggest supporter because she's always believed that women should always work. And I think that's why she encourages me to go out and go out for meetings or do my business when she can just be there for my children, and I can be rest assured that they are in the best hands because of her biggest support.
Wow. Okay. Are there any hobbies or activities that help you unwind?
Yes, there are many. So first is of course reading and listening to very good melodious music and songs. And I think sometimes playing games also, which challenge your brains, like word games or puzzles. Um Mandala is what something I like to do. I sit with my children and I give them also some coloring books. I also do some coloring. So I think that's also quite relaxing, and it's a very family quality time that we do.
Wow. So which is the latest book you have read, and what are the learnings?
Okay, so I am more into fiction space because that keeps me a little inspiring. I mean, inspiring to read the book because I want to know what next, what next. So I'm more into the fiction space. So there is an author called Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. She had written. There's a sequel in the book which is Sisters of My Heart, and there's another book after that. So it is about cousins, and so it's a family setup and all. So that was like a very engaging kind of a book, which I actually was like, whenever I would have a free time, I would go back to that book. Oh, now what is happening, what is happening? So I'm very interested in the non-fiction space. I'm reading a lot of books. At the moment I'm reading, there is a Swamiji called Swami Chidanand ji. He has his own group or a sect called Fawai Flame, and it is about a lot of how to keep your anger in control, and a lot of entrepreneurial things also, and how to balance it out in life. So there are a lot of spiritual things also that I read.
Wow. Could you share a cherished family tradition or event that you look forward to? Now you are in multicultural.
Yes, so
So
that's the
you have
best
to.
part.
And yesterday was Guru Nanak
Yes,
Jayanti. So
and very important day for us because our name is completely derived from the
yes.
roots of Sikhism. So yeah, so I like to balance it out. Like since I am from Kerala and I live in Maharashtra and I married a married into a Sindhi family. So it's always fun to look up to festivals of all three, cultures. So whether there is Onam from Kerala or Cheti Chand from Sindhi culture. Like yesterday, it was Guru Nanak Dev Jayanti. So yes, making kada prasad I always like, and I'm proud to say that I've become an expert in making that. So when I was making, in fact, I was thinking that being a South Indian, I'm making kada prasad, and it is coming out quite well, because when I was growing up, I had one Punjabi lady who used to make, and I used to wonder, wow, the best thing in the world, and I'm like very happy about that fact.
Okay. Have you participated in Langar?
Of course, that's another tradition. In fact, I forgot to tell you, yesterday me and my son did do some seva also. So that is another tradition that we like to go to the Gurudwara. I try and go with the children maybe once a month or something, and we do seva, because that is a very like, I like the concept of langar and seva, and where everyone is equal, and there is no up and down, no casteism, nothing happening. So I think that's the best part about the langar concept.
Wow. So Shobna, what role do friendships play in your life, and how do you stay connected despite your busy schedule?
So the best part I think about friendships of friendship is that you pick up where you have left, and if you're able to do that in spite of having a long gap, I think that's how or those are the true relationships or friendships that you have. So I may have friends that I have not spoken maybe for at least 3 4 months or something, but when we connect, it's as if like we just spoke last yesterday only. So I have those very few friends in my life where I may not speak to them for many many months because of our busy schedules, but whenever we connect, it's as if the time was there, it was just standing there. So friendships are equally important, and in my life, I mean, my husband is my friend first, and then my husband. We were friends for so many years, and it was the same with him. I would not be talking to him every day, but whenever we would talk, we would be like connected. So I think the biggest example is of my husband only. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Shobna, who was influenced you from the content creation world?
At the moment, who influences me?
Or anyone at the moment, past?
So I have a very huge influence, but not necessarily from the content space. I would like to name him because he has a very huge influence, and he is actually my mentor. And his name is Mr. Siddharth Kak. I used to work with him when before we founded Gurshabad, and his name of the company was Cinema Vision India. He still runs that company, and he's a very renowned personality. He's a TV personality and anchor, and I was closely associated with him before we founded Gurshabad. I was working with him in the production space. Because of him, I was able to explore different departments in a company. So whether it is a legal department, admin, finance, though I was hired to look into production, but I was introduced to so many areas of running an agency, which actually I think set the ground for me for Gurshabad, because that's how I became actually trained under him, and how to form relationships personally and professionally. That's another point that I have learned from him, which I'll be always grateful. That I think I'm very lucky to be working so closely with him, and he has a huge influence on my working style, on the way I handle relationships, and also on the way I function in my agency.
Wow. Okay. Now, What does Sri Shakti mean to you?
Stree Shakti, first of all, I feel very honored that I am a part of this series because Stree Shakti is not just a feminine representation of divine, but I think it is the universal spiritual force. Because the proof is that, you know, there is that infinite power which is there in any woman to create something within. And with that power, actually she can conquer the world. But having said that, I would like to say that without support of family and people around that person, it is definitely next to impossible to achieve anything that she wants to do. So Stree Shakti is definitely power, but there has to be support around her.
Beautiful, beautiful said. Now, what is your bucket list for 2025, personal and professional?
So bucket list, professionally, we would want to grow and acquire more foreign clients. As of now, we have 20% of revenue coming from foreign based clients, so we would definitely want to increase that. We want to get introduced to more and more technology and see how we can introduce that in our systems. And so professionally, we definitely want to grow more and acquire more clients. That is one. Personally, I think we would like to explore more places and go out on family trips. And I would like to also do solo trips, just exploring the world on my own and just seeing it from my point of view without any baggage or anything. I think that is also one of the things that I want to do. Go on a short solo trip as well.
Wow, which place?
Anywhere is okay as long as I think solo. But I think maybe not, maybe Himalayas. I don't know.
Wow, okay.
On a spiritual retreat as well, apart from solo trip, on a spiritual retreat as well.
Wow. So we wish you the best.
Thank you.
You get to complete all whatever you have planned for 2025. Anything remaining in 2024 from your bucket list?
Actually, to be honest, I don't create any list because I feel the lists are, is just there on the on the paper and it never gets fulfilled. So I have never made any list for 24. But now this 25 list, I'm going to, take a reference and follow it up on 26 and see whether I completed it or not.
So we'll connect again.
Yes.
Yeah, because we have been asking these questions to our coffee speaker. You started this question of bucket list. So we want to connect with everyone and check in. What have they done?
Yes.
Okay, now let's have some fun, the rapid fire round. You're an early bird or night owl?
Actually, I want to be an early bird, but I think my body prefers to be a night owl. I'm trying very, very hard to be a 4 a.m., 5 a.m. person, but eventually I am getting into the night owl space.
Okay. Your go-to comfort food?
Chinese.
Wow. Favorite color?
Orange.
Best piece of advice you have ever received?
Actually, there are too many, but I won't be able to. I can't just name like that. There are too many advices that I keep implementing in my life. So yes.
Okay, let it be. Your dream travel destination?
Rishikesh is what I always want to go, and this place keeps on coming up. But it's a very common location maybe, but I want to go and see what's there. I mean, yes.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Okay, let's raise.
Cheers.
Cheers. Your favorite color?
Orange.
Wow. So you did well, and you get this book.
Thank you.
One moment. It has been autographed.
So sweet. Thank you.
So, friends, it was a lovely conversation we had with Shobhana Nair Jaisinghani on a Saturday afternoon after Guru Nanak Jayanti. She has transitioned herself from media to multilingual content creation and has been doing good work. So anyone who wants to have multilingual content to be created for their company in India or international, You can connect with her. Her details will be on our YouTube episode. Her episode. Her details will be there, so you can connect with her. And there are a lot of things she has shared in her journey, and she is what do you say, managing two different cultures very well. So that is a salute. Okay, what we Indians are, we blend, we respect different cultures and live happily. So this is episode. Look forward to. Uh, and if you want to be featured as a guest speaker, visit our website, theemergingindiaforum.com. Fill in the form. Our team will connect with you and invite you to coffee conversation. Have coffee with a conversation, and enjoy your Sunday. And we meet with another guest speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much.